What's going on, my sensational sinners? Welcome to Sin Nation. I hope you guys have been staying out of trouble. Well, as for me, you know what they say, what's life without a little sin? Please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel and become a sensational sinner. And today we are going to be discussing one of the biggest sinners of them all. This is my first time covering him on this channel. His name is Blaise Taylor. Okay, he was a famous football player and he was recently found guilty of unaliving his pregnant girlfriend and their child, their unborn child, because she was pregnant. So his trial has become very popular lately, and although it's so much content, so many family and friends have took the stand, the testimony that stood out most to me was the testimony of his ex. I did not watch the full testimony, but I did scan through it because for me, I want to see who is this guy. For him to unalive his pregnant girlfriend and their unborn child, for me, it was somewhere them exes know something, or he has to be the same guy, because as they say, a person does not change, they just change their victims. So I did go through the popular videos dealing with the case, and this was one. I think this was the second popular video. So obviously she gave a good testimony. So guys, please do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. I will be reacting to her testimony. For all you guys that do not know what a reaction video is, I will be playing the video, giving my opinion and reacting to it, playing it again. Okay, so that is what a reaction video is. So let's get right on into it. This video do come from Law and Crimes YouTube channel, so shout out to them. Also, the girlfriend that he unalived, her name was Jade Benning. So rest in peace to Miss Jade. And the unaliving happened. This case is from 2023, and he was just sentenced last week, I believe. And on this channel, guys, when we react, we drink wine. So get your wine, your soda, your gin, whatever you guys want to, because we're going to be in for a good show. Because listen, let's get right on into it, y'all. Let's get right on into it. And then also, I don't know if I mentioned, he unalived her by putting something in her drink. He put cocaine in her drink, his pregnant girlfriend, and she drunk it. But we're going to go through the case. This is just my first introduction to it. We're going to get the testimony of the girlfriend, but definitely look up the case of Blaise Taylor. But that's how he unalived his pregnant girlfriend and their child. And just looking, he definitely have a type. You know, Jade was kind of on the light skin, a little exotic looking. So he definitely like pretty girls, and he definitely has a type, okay? Kudos to her for getting on the stand and testifying against the clown.
Good afternoon, Miss Denny. Could you please state your full name for the record?
Apple Denny.
And can you spell your last name for the court reporter?
Dennie.
And Miss Denny, how do you know Blaise Taylor?
We dated when I was in undergrad at Arkansas State.
And how old were you when you started dating him?
18.
Those were definitely the young and dumb years, okay? I don't know if y'all have been there, but I have.
And can you describe how long did you date him?
A couple years through 2018. It was breakups, get back together, breakups, get back together, so the timeline gets a little foggy.
Which, for reference, you said that y'all began dating when you were 18. How old are you now?
28.
And what year were you in school?
I started fall of 2016, fall of 2016, and I met him in November of that year.
And what year was he in school?
I believe he was a senior.
Do you remember how old he was?
No.
But he was a couple years older than you, is that fair?
Yes.
And did you continue to date into the beginning of that next year, early 2017?
Yes.
And at some point in your relationship, did you you ever become pregnant?
Yes.
And about when did that happen?
Wow. So it's safe to say that this guy is further murder, okay? So she became pregnant in their relationship. So did she have the child? Because for me, it's like, why unalive Jade and your unborn child? Did he have too many kids?
January of 2017.
And when that happened, did you talk to Mr. Taylor about it?
Yes.
And can you describe kind of what were your feelings when you learned that you were pregnant?
I was really scared and confused. I knew I wasn't ready to have a kid. So.
Was that your reaction kind of from the beginning, and did it stay that way?
Yes, I immediately that wasn't something that I thought I wanted for myself.
Was that something that you felt like you could talk to your parents about at the time?
No.
And so from the time that you found out, what did you ultimately end up doing?
I had an abortion.
And
Wow. So she had an abortion, and I bet he was happy that she did. I do like how, when you go on the stand, they always tell you to dress appropriately, kind of give church girl, she does have cleavage outright. Well, not even cleavage, but she has chest area out right here, which I don't think it's too bad, but I like her hair is pinned back. She has her stud earrings on. They're not like dangly earrings like mine. So it doesn't give church, but it definitely gives, I'm going to my child's recital. So she was dressed well, but I know he was happy about that abortion. So she ends up getting a abortion. Oh my gosh. I don't know whether I need to say lucky her or not, okay?
was there any point in which you changed your mind about that?
No.
And Mr. Taylor, did he accompany you to the appointments for that?
Yes.
Of course.
And was there one appointment or was there more than one?
There was 2.
And did he go to both of those appointments with you?
Yes.
And can you describe at that first appointment what information was provided to you about the options?
There were 2 different types of abortions that I could have. One was the procedure, and
Your Honor has already ruled.
Okay, wait. Go ahead.
Your Honor.
and the other was taking a pill at the center and then taking one when you got home, and that would induce the abortion.
And did you discuss those 2 options with Mr. Taylor during that time that you were going through this?
Yes.
And which option did you ultimately choose?
I had the procedure at the facility.
That's crazy. Wow. I would think the easier option would be to take the pills, but she got the procedure done. Oh my gosh. I wonder what made her decide to have the procedure.
And did he accompany you to that visit?
Yes.
Oh, he wants to make sure it was done. Of course he did.
And at any point did you meet his parents?
Yes.
Did y'all continue to date after that?
Mm-hmm.
And you said that you broke up, but then you would get back together.
Yes.
So it seemed like it's kind of toxic. So it seemed like it's like a toxic relationship where they're getting together, breaking up, getting back together. But for me, it would kind of be hard. But I guess you're 18 years old. She didn't want a child anyway. But man, it'd be hard for me to kind of get an abortion and then be with you. But I guess they both decided it was mutual. They were young.
When you broke up, was there anyone in particular that he might have dated while you were broken up?
Yes.
And who was that?
Her name was Xavier.
And what was her last name?
Winford.
Did you know Miss Winford?
Yes, and not personally, but I knew her through him, and we had a few interactions.
And can you describe describe what was your understanding of his relationship?
They probably was fighting, texting each other, going back and forth. You know her by first and last name basis. The woman he was, I guess, with while they were broken up, and probably with when they were together.
With her?
But I knew her through him, and we had a few interactions.
And can you describe what was your understanding of his relationship with her?
Someone that he dated before he met me, or didn't date. He said they were never together, that he would never bring her home to his parents, and that she was crazy, and that I needed to block her, and it was kind of that situation.
Woo! They love saying that, honey. She's crazy, and that she needs to block her. He wants you to block her so she won't contact you and tell you that he's cheating on you. But that's crazy. You need to block her, the woman that he's messing with, and then she's crazy. Why? He didn't know she was crazy when he was dealing with her? I swear, man, it doesn't change. Because from his character in college to now, considering what he's done, he hasn't changed.
And at some point, did he come to you and talk to you about something that happened with her?
Yes.
And what was it that he came to tell you about?
That he got her pregnant.
And what was the time?
Oh, he's definitely for the murder. Oh my gosh. So he's getting her pregnant. What? He doesn't believe in condoms. Obviously, the women are not on birth control, but my thing is, you're the one getting them pregnant, so it's like, that's crazy.
That this occurred.
This was the summer of 2017.
And what was his demeanor like when he came to you to tell you about this?
Very erratic. He was upset. Didn't want to have a baby with her.
He got some nerve wanting to be upset that he got her pregnant when he needs to wrap it up. And he doesn't want to have a baby with her, but he didn't pull it out either.
He was telling me that this was something that he couldn't do.
Was that a different reaction than he had when you told him you were pregnant, but you did not want to keep the baby?
Yes, it was flipped. Like how I was panicked the first time around, and he was freaking out when it was her.
And when you say he was freaking out, how did he act when he was panicked?
Really erratic, and but then he would say he could control the situation. It went on for a few days of us talking about it, but that night he was trying to figure out if there was something that he could do. He was Googling things. So he was looking stuff up to figure out how she, if there was something he could do to make her have an abortion.
Wow. So that just to show, he's in front of her 10 years ago. He gets a girl pregnant again, and he Googles, what can he do to terminate her pregnancy? And then you come 10 years later, and he's guilty of illegally terminating a pregnancy. Wow, this man is freaking diabolical.
And asked me if I could get the abortion pills, and he could make her take them or put it in her drink.
Wow. This testimony is crazy. Now I see why people are watching it like nobody's business. This man, and he tells her that, thank God for her testimony. He wants her to get the abortion pills. First off, he's talking to her like that's his sister. This is literally the girl that he was with, and they're talking about how they're going to get rid of this other woman's baby. This is crazy. Now, I'm sure she may not be a pygmisha no more, but that's kind of giving pygmisha activity. But it's what? He wanted to, so he was playing those games then. Baby, listen, ain't no telling how many women, I'm sure they would have came up in trial. I haven't really looked for them, but I wonder if there's more women out there probably afraid to come out that he has done this too. I don't know.
And so you talked to him over a period of a couple of days, is that correct?
Yes.
And what was he telling you? I mean, he's telling you that he's trying to figure out something that he can give her.
Yeah.
Was she wanting to have an abortion based on what he said?
No, he said she would go back and forth, and he would like tell her, well, I'm not gonna be a part of the child's life, thinking that would convince her to not have it, because that's ultimately what he said, like, she wanted. And then they would just go back and forth about it, and then someday he would say, I think she's gonna do it, and then I think she's not gonna do it, but she didn't want to.
So he would pretty much play games and manipulate her. Okay, you can have the baby if you want, but I won't be there. I'm pretty much going to be a deadbeat daddy. But that's up to that woman if she wants to have her baby or not.
He said that he was telling her he would be a part of the child's life. Was he also saying, like, not part of her life?
Yeah, like he wouldn't have anything to do with her if she went forward with it.
Kind of like an ultimatum.
Yeah.
And he asked you if you could get the abortion pill for him so that he could make her take it and put it in her drink. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, she said acknowledging what the Lord said. Go ahead.
Did you do that?
Did I get the bill?
Yes.
No.
Was
Good.
that even, not saying that you would agree to do that, but is that even possible?
No.
And did you explain that to him?
Yes.
And you said that it went over a couple of days. Did he talk about anything else that he might be able to?
She explained it to him, but I'm sure at 18, being young and dumb, she probably would have got the pill for him if she could, but I don't know.
To put in her drink.
What was that?
Days. Did he talk about anything else that he might be able to get to put in her drink?
Okay, I want to put the judge with this. She's just asking, did he?
Ooh, that attorney said objection. Fast.
And
Yes.
the things that he was mentioning, how did he get the information?
He said he was looking stuff up on his phone. I couldn't like see what he was looking up, but he like had his phone in his hand.
And I guess what, if anything, else did you discuss with him about Miss Winford and Miss Winford getting an abortion?
He had asked me to make the appointment and said that he thinks that he could convince her by the time the appointment came to get the abortion.
And what would be the reason that he would need you to call to make the appointment?
Because she wouldn't call herself, but he wanted to go ahead and get an appointment set.
Wow.
Is there a waiting time? Was there going to be a delay from the time you called to when the appointment would actually be scheduled?
Can you rephrase that? Sorry.
You said that he wanted you to schedule the appointment because he thought he could convince her to do it and didn't want her to change her mind.
Yeah.
I'm asking if there was going to be like a time period.
Yes. And he didn't want, like, they were booked, so he didn't want her to finally decide to and then not be able to get it.
And did you agree and call and schedule that appointment?
Yes.
What?
Did you pretend to be her?
Yes.
And
Wow, she was a down chick. She called, scheduled an appointment, and pretended to be her. So, wow, she really liked him, loved him, and she was helping him. Like, what the hell? You made this woman's appointment for her to get an abortion? That's crazy.
do you know if she went to the appointment that you scheduled?
Yes. I assume it was that appointment.
So this is crazy. So he had her make an appointment. Let's say the appointment was coming up around June 10th. So around June 8th, June 9th, he's working her because he knows that appointment is coming up. So he's probably working her, sweet nothings in her ear. Imagine what life could be, me and you. And then when she said, okay, I'll do it. Okay, let me see. I think we can go there right now. Got a whole appointment available.
And you said you assume, I guess, do you know what ultimately happened with that pregnancy?
Yes, that she had an abortion. That's what I was told.
And do you know, did Mr.
So he convinces her to have an abortion as well.
continue to see Ms. Winford after that time frame? That would have been summer of 2017.
Yes.
And do you have any knowledge if he's continued to see her since then?
Yes, I've assumed so.
Objection. No basis for that. It was she's personal.
Okay, I'll strike that if she just thinks so.
Do you have any knowledge about that?
I saw a post of her at a game,
Objection.
and I was.
Okay, hang on just a second. You hear me first?
So they're pretty much trying to see, did Blaise still see the other young lady he may get an abortion after, you know, she got the abortion. And so she really can't confirm, I guess. But I'm sure he was still seeing her.
Asking if she has personal knowledge of the two of them being together.
When it was something that was taken or when it was posted, and she doesn't know that.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Did you know Jade Benning prior to February 25th of 2023?
I knew of her. We had had some message exchanges on social media. Like she told me happy birthday, vice versa.
Really?
And what was the connection between you and Jade Benning?
She was in a similar area. Like the Little Rock area is pretty small.
Oh, wow.
Like, a lot of my friends grew up with her, so we kind of just would see each other on social media and connected that way. But I never met her in person.
Oh,
So she was kind of a social media connected friend of other friends.
Yes.
oh,
Did
okay.
you both participate in the same athletic sport?
I think I was told she cheered, but I never met her through that. But I think we might have both been cheerleaders at some point.
Okay. So you knew
Okay, so she knew the victim pretty much on a social media basis. They would wish each other happy birthdays. Wow. Okay, guys, we are in the middle of the video. If you guys are still here, you guys are my people. So with that being said, please do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for your support. Thank you.
of her but didn't actually know her and you had never met her.
Yeah.
How did you hear about what ultimately happened to Jade Benning?
Two of my friends had said that they needed to talk to me and called me and told me about what happened.
And when you say they told you about what happened, about what was the timing of this? From when the incident happened, Miss Benning passed away, was it before she passed away?
Yes, she was still in the hospital at this point.
Wow.
And so that would have been kind of right after this incident.
Yes.
When you say they told you what happened, what kind of information did you get?
I don't remember verbatim, but they told me that they thought that, or were told that he might have poisoned her or something of the sort. But they didn't have details, and that she was in the hospital, and they were keeping her on life support, I think, until her birthday. Yeah.
And when you heard that, what did you do?
Immediately after the phone call, or
Or I guess kind of connected to Miss Benning in this case and how you ended up here today.
well, I talked to them. They knew about the situation with Xavier in the past, and I want to say maybe a few days later, my friend Ariane had reached back out to me and asked if I wanted to connect with Miss Bridget, and I said yes, that's fine. I'm open to helping in any way that I can. And then Miss Bridget reached out to me, and then from there it was Detective Reese. And
Good for her. Good for her and her friends, because I know when her friends know about that story, and they know when they seen that man probably did something, because that's his characteristics before, Googling stuff, putting stuff in women's drink, trying to make them get abortion. So I'm happy that she stood up and did that.
so on and so forth.
And did you talk to Detective Reese and provide him with the information that you just testified about?
Yes.
And then did you also meet with Detective Reese, myself, and Deputy Moore, and Miss Houston
Yes.
in Arkansas? And did you provide us with that information as well?
Yes.
If I can have sorry, Miss Denny, I feel like you said that they told you about Jade. When they told you about Jade, what was your understanding of whether, like, what her condition was?
That she was pregnant, and you mean like her physical state, or just the fact that she was pregnant?
The information that you got from the friends was that she was pregnant, and
Yes.
there was
And
suspicion.
something happened to her, and they were thinking that it was Blaise, and that she was in the hospital after that.
And do you see Mr. Taylor in the courtroom?
Yes.
And could you point him out and identify him? Thank you.
Period. I like how she's serious too. You know, sometimes they'll say point him out. You know, the girls will probably have a little smirk on their face, a little. She feel no type of way about him. Right there. She feel no type of way. Look at that look on her face. She ain't grin. She ain't smile. Her eyes don't have a little spark in them when she's looking at him. Oh, she feel no type of way. To be honest, I'm trying to see if she even looked that way right there. She done. She's disgusted with him. She's disgusted. What? And she about to drink her water. Okay.
Miss Eddie, I want to make sure that I'm understanding got this right. So you
Okay, so I guess this is Blaise's attorney now with his questioning to her.
never put anything in anyone's drink, right?
No.
You never went and got an abortion pill on behalf of Mr. Taylor.
No.
You never got any kind of other substance for Mr. Taylor.
No.
You never got any cocaine.
No.
You got any fentanyl.
No.
You guys never slipped anything in anybody's drink.
No.
You never saw Mr. Taylor do that either, right?
No.
So what we've kind of described is like just a conversation, right?
Yes.
Conversation while Mr. Taylor was, as you described him, like erratic.
Yes.
It kind of really, it's crazy how these attorneys be trying to make sense of it. Just because you are erratic, who says, oh, I'm going crazy, I'm erratic, I got a girl pregnant, let me figure out how I'm going to kill that baby. Like, it's really no excuse. He should not have been Googling that. That was not his place.
Was panicked, I think was the word he used. Maybe that was my word, I'm sorry. But was panicked a right word?
Yeah.
And while he's erratic, panicked, you guys are having this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it wasn't something that you ever actually acted on.
No.
It wasn't something that he ever actually acted on?
No.
Okay. And just so I got the time right, so we're talking, you started school in 2016?
The fall of 2016, yes.
Fall of 2016. And you met Blaise, Mr. Taylor, and start dating maybe the middle of that first year of your school?
We met in November, yeah, and things evolved from there.
Okay, so you met at the beginning of the year, is that right?
We met in November of the fall of 2016,
Okay.
and then continued on from there.
And your kind of pregnancy situation, which I know is difficult to talk about, that happened more like the middle of the year, is that right?
That was in January of 2017.
Which would still be your freshman year of college.
Yes.
Right? You're still just 18, 19 years old?
Yes.
Just very young, right?
Yes.
And that's a very difficult thing for someone who's that young to deal with, isn't it?
Yes.
And during that situation, at least initially, Mr. Taylor was maybe on board with keeping the baby, wasn't he?
Yes.
And in fact, ultimately it was your choice, right?
Well, I don't believe that. He probably made her feel like he was on board with keeping that baby, but that man wasn't on board with keeping no baby. He knew that she didn't want it. So when he like, oh, she don't want it, oh, you sure?
Yes.
And you made the choice, and Mr. Taylor was supportive of that choice, wasn't he?
Yes.
Of course.
He went with you to the appointments, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he did whatever needed to be done, right?
Yes.
And then, whatever happens with your relationship, this thing with Miss Winford comes up. Is that right?
Yes.
and he has a reaction to it. Is that fair?
Yes.
And it was a pretty extreme reaction, right?
Yes.
I mean, and at that age, are you still 18 or are you 19 by that time?
I'm 19.
19. He's maybe 20.
No,
Older, probably.
he might have been 21. I think
Yeah.
he's a couple years older than me, but I don't remember how old he is.
Okay, so maybe he's 21, right? You're both still in college, right? Is he playing sports in college at that time?
Yes.
And you're a cheerleader,
Yes.
right? So you guys are both busy with your lives in college,
Yes.
right? And this pregnancy was a scary thing for him, right?
Mine? Or
Xavier's.
yes.
And he confided in you in a way that he was really terrified, right?
Yes.
So that conversation, the words that I wrote down is the conversation you had where he's asking you about getting an abortion pill, where that night, was there something we could do? So that was the first night that he finds out about it, right?
It might have been the first night. I'm not 100% sure if it was that very first night or the second night. But I know it was shortly after, like, this was unfolding and he found out.
Sure, really.
This is crazy how he's just trying to make it seem like those are just natural emotions, you know? He's just like, oh my God, what do I do? No, he should have been having that conversation with the woman he got pregnant, not her, telling her, can she get an abortion pill? No, she ain't pregnant. But he's trying to spin it any way he can. I wish she's answering yes, no questions, but I wish she really was giving it to him, you know, letting them know. But whatever.
A quick, immediate reaction right after he finds out, right?
Yes.
And so he's talking about these kind of crazy things like, can you go get an abortion pill for her, right?
Yes.
And this says something else crazy like, there's something we can put in her drink, right?
Yes.
That's what you're saying. And then that was kind of the end of it. Like, you have a couple crazy conversations and there's no more, right?
That I remember, yeah.
Okay. And certainly this, I mean, you're here 10 years later talking about it. You might have, if you had done something, if someone had acted on it, if it had been a big deal, this would have been kind of seared into your brain, right?
Yes.
It is.
Okay. And you're doing your best here to give us your recollection, right?
Yes.
And you guys were so young at that time, right?
So,
Yes.
And that was at least 6-7 years before 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Long before that. Okay. Thank you, Mr.
Miss Denny, you described kind of the conversations with Mr. Taylor that this happened over at least a 2, maybe 3-day period. Is that right?
I think so.
And he was saying like, oh, this is a crazy thought. This conversation continued over those couple of days. Isn't that right?
Yes.
wow.
Is it?
Wow. So see, his attorney made it seem like this was a one isolated incident and then they didn't talk about it. I like how she come back with her question and just to verify, no, that wasn't just one conversation. He discussed it more than once.
Correct to say that you were trying to talk him out of it?
Yes.
He was very adamant of trying to find something to do it.
Yes.
You guys believe.
Any other questions?
Oh, I like that. That one question. She came back with it.
No. Okay.
Thank you.
You can step down and be excused.
I want to call your attention.
That 1-2 question. That was good. I swear, that case is crazy. It's so many people that took the stand. You know, her mom, her stepmom, friends of Jay's, the victim. I'm gonna be doing just the important testimonies. I think watching the testimony of his ex really says a lot of who he is, who he was, and how they kind of coincide, how he's still the same person. But please do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and become a sensational sinner. If you guys want to see me do any more reaction content to certain particular things, leave that down below in the comments. Or you can leave it you can contact me. My contact information is down below in the description. But I do want to get into this case, break it down a little bit. I know it was a new case to me. I literally just found out about this case a few days ago, and I'm very interested. Because to me, Blaise is an absolute monster that he did that. And it's unfortunate that Jade and her unborn child lost their life. But until next time, you guys, stay out of trouble. And please do not forget, pour me some wine. I'm watching True Crime. Bye, y'all.